no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, if I've got that right.
Yep.
We've been going over the pronunciation for the last few minutes before we started. Is a PlayStation 3 release that's actually due out next February over here, but is already out in Japan.
Yep,
And
been out
is
since November.
November. It's a collaboration between Level 5, the guys behind Professor Layton, and Studio Ghibli, the fantastic movie studio who's brought us such delights as Spirited Away and Princess Mononoke. Tell us a little bit about the story, Lucy.
Well, the story is you play a 13-year-old boy who sadly loses his mother, and he has like a toy that his mother, like a doll that his mother gave him, and his tears awaken this doll, and it is a fairy called Drippy.
Drippy the Fairy.
Drippy the fairy. And Drippy gives him like a magic book and takes him to the magical land of Ni no Kuni, where he trains to be a wizard. And Ni no Kuni is like a parallel land. And what he does, he comes across all these magical characters, has to fight against the White Witch who's trying to hinder his progress. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to find his mother in this parallel land. And what he can do, he can switch between regular world and Ni no Kuni, and you can come across the same characters, but they have different roles depending on which land they're in.
Yeah, there's something in the introduction about that. When Drippy first makes his appearance, he explains that each person has a soulmate. So essentially there's someone out there who looks exactly like you in this parallel universe, this parallel world, and you're connected. And the reason why his mother has passed away is because actually her parallel personality in this world is a witch who's fighting against the oppression of the White Witch and has been captured, and that is the reason why his mother's died in this world. So he sets out to try and save her. And if he saves the parallel personality, he also saves his mum.
Oh,
I thought it was all right.
that sounds lovely.
But it's look, we can't sort of talk about this without really getting into the animation style.
Yeah. Well, I've not actually tried it, but you've had some hands-on. What did you think?
Well, it plays out like a very traditional RPG. So you've got your mixture of towns to explore, along with the battle arenas where you will come across a particular monster, charge you, skips into the battle system, which is turn-based with a little bit of, real direct control there. But what does come across is the animation, the look of the thing. This is an absolutely gorgeous piece of art right here. I mean, it does have that. I mean, Level 5 were already great. I mean, certainly the style they've brought with Professor Layton has always received critical and fan acclaim across the board. So that merge of the Studio Ghibli style as well brings you something that is as beautiful to look at as it is to play. And for fans of Studio Ghibli films, this is an interactive version of that. I think that's the best way of putting it. And because the RPG elements are, from what I played, which was only the first opening couple of hours of the game, which isn't a really great amount, but it's a very genteel intro into the world of RPGs. So I don't think people should be put off who haven't actually tried the genre before, which I think is a great thing, because this is a game that needs to be enjoyed by all walks of life. The way Studio Ghibli films can be enjoyed by kids as well as adults as well. I think this is very much the same.
So it's coming out on DS?
It's coming out DS. This is the thing, there is a DS version as well, but unfortunately that isn't being brought out in the UK. They said that the localization issues, it would just take too much time and too much cost. And while the PS3 version is, we're waiting a while for this. We are waiting for that while for this. I think it's a really nice thing to see where they're spending the time doing the translation. And the voice acting in this is superb as well. Again, Studio Ghibli films, when they come out in the UK,
they normally get the big
talents.
don't they?
We're not being told who's actually in this game. We've heard some of the voice acting, which is superb. We've asked Namco, and they're just like, no, we can't talk about it now. So I would not be surprised if there isn't a few big names. And I have to say that the big thing goes towards for Drippy the Fairy, who they told us the Japanese version. Drippy the Fairy is voiced by someone voice actor from Osaka, and Osaka is, if Osaka was American, it would be Texan redneck. So for the UK version, they had the choice of either Irish, which I think is beautiful and is should be seen more in video games, or Welsh. They went for Welsh. And you've got all the Welsh phrases and everything in there. Drippy's hilarious. He'll probably offend people, probably from Wales, but it's just lovely to see the treatment of this. They're trying to get it as accurate and right for each country as possible.
Whoa, what's all this then, huh? Curse lifted, is it? Tidy! I'm free!
So I'm glad that, yeah, definitely glad they're taking the time out to do that.
Yeah, they are, and I'm really intrigued to see what else the game has got to go. What else the game has got to show us. So hopefully we'll be seeing a few more previews over the coming months, and we'll be doing a few rag-ups as well, so keep checking in with Game Reactor for more news on it.
Why did you set out on this journey in the first place?
It's my mom. I have to save her.
You've come here to save your mother. You don't look powerful in the least, but somehow I just know you can beat him.